Top 10 Movies for All Time. In this video you're going to watch Top 10 Movies for All Time. Number 10. Lawrence of Arabia. Lawrence of Arabia is a 1962 epic historical drama film based on the life of T.E. Lawrence. It was directed by David Lean and produced by Sam Spiegel through his British company Horizon Pictures, with a screenplay by Robert Bolt and Michael Wilson. The film stars Peter O'Toole in the title role. It is widely considered one of the greatest and most influential films in the history of cinema. The dramatic score by Maurice Jarre and the Super Panavision 70 cinematography by Freddie Young are also highly acclaimed. Number 9. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is a 1975 American comedy-drama film directed by Milos Forman, based on the 1962 novel One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey. The film stars Jack Nicholson, and features a supporting cast of Louise Fletcher, William Redfield, Will Sampson, and Brad Dourif. Number 8. The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is a 1939 American musical fantasy film produced by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. Widely considered to be one of the greatest films in cinema history, it is the best-known and most commercially successful adaptation of L. Frank Baum's 1900 children's book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. It was directed primarily by Victor Fleming, who left production to take over direction on the troubled Gone with the Wind production. It stars Judy Garland as Dorothy Gale, alongside Ray Bolger, Jack Haley, Burt Lahr, Frank Morgan, Billy Burke and Margaret Hamilton, with Charlie Grapewin, Pat Walsh and Clara Blandick, Terry, billed as Toto, and the Singer Midgets as the Munchkins. Number 7. Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind is a 1939 American epic historical romance film, adapted from Margaret Mitchell's 1936 novel of the same name. The film was produced by David O. Selznick of Selznick International Pictures and directed by Victor Fleming. Set in the American South against the backdrop of the American Civil War and the Reconstruction era, the film tells the story of Scarlett O'Hara, the strong-willed daughter of a Georgia plantation owner, from her romantic pursuit of Ashley Wilkes, who was married to his cousin, Melanie Hamilton, to her marriage to Rhett Butler. The leading roles are played by Vivian Leigh, Scarlett, Clark Gable, Rhett, Leslie Howard, Ashley, and Olivia de Havilland, Melanie. Number 6. Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane is a 1941 American mystery drama film by Orson Welles, its producer, co-screenwriter, director and star. The picture was Welles's first feature film. Nominated for Academy Awards in 9 categories, it won an Academy Award for Best Writing, Original Screenplay, by Herman J. Mankiewicz and Welles. Considered by many critics, filmmakers, and fans to be the greatest film of all time, Citizen Kane was voted as such in 5 consecutive British Film Institute Sight and Sound polls of critics, until it was displaced by Vertigo in the 2012 poll. It topped the American Film Institute's 100 Years. 100 Movies list in 1998, as well as its 2007 update. Citizen Kane is particularly praised for its cinematography, music, editing and narrative structure, which have been considered innovative and precedent-setting. Number 5. Casablanca. Casablanca is a 1942 American romantic drama film directed by Michael Curtiz based on Murray Burnett and Joan Allison's unproduced stage play Everybody Comes to Rick's. The film stars Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, and Paul Henreid. It also features Claude Rains, Conrad Veidt, Sidney Greenstreet, Peter Lorre, and Dooley Wilson. Set during contemporary World War II, it focuses on an American expatriate who must choose between his love for a woman and helping her and her husband, a Czech resistance leader, escape from the Vichy-controlled city of Casablanca to continue his fight against the Nazis. Number 4. Raging Bull. Raging Bull is a 1980 American biographical black-and-white sports drama film directed by Martin Scorsese, produced by Robert Chartoff and Irwin Winkler and adapted by Paul Schrader and Mardik Martin from Jake LaMotta's memoir Raging Bull, My Story. It stars Robert De Niro as Jack LaMotta, an Italian-American middleweight boxer whose self-destructive and obsessive rage, sexual jealousy, and animalistic appetite destroyed his relationship with his wife and family. Also featured in the film are Joe Pesci as Joey, LaMotta's well-intentioned brother and manager who tries to help Jake battle his inner demons, and Kathy Moriarty as his wife. The film features supporting roles from Nicholas Colasanto, Teresa Saldana, and Frank Vincent. Number 3. Schindler's List. Schindler's List is a 1993 American historical period drama film directed and co-produced by Steven Spielberg and written by Stevens Alien. It is based on the novel Schindler's Ark by Australian novelist Thomas Keneally. The film follows Oskar Schindler, a Sudeten-German businessman, who saved the lives of more than 1,000 mostly Polish Jewish refugees from the Holocaust by employing them in his factories during World War II. It stars Liam Neeson as Schindler, Ralph Fiennes as SS officer Amon Goth, and Ben Kingsley as Schindler's Jewish accountant Itzhak Stern. Number 2. The Shawshank Redemption. The Shawshank Redemption is a 1994 American drama film written and directed by Frank Darabont, based on the 1982 Stephen King novella Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. It tells the story of banker Andy Dufresne, Tim Robbins, who is sentenced to life in Shawshank State Penitentiary for the murder of his wife and her lover, despite his claims of innocence. Over the following 2 decades, he befriends a fellow prisoner, contraband smuggler Ellis Red Redding, Morgan Freeman, and becomes instrumental in a money laundering operation led by the prison warden Samuel Norton, Bob Gunton. William Sadler, Clancy Brown, Gil Bellows, and James Whitmore appear in supporting roles. Number 1. The Godfather. The Godfather is a 1972 American crime film directed by Francis Ford Coppola and produced by Albert S. Ruddy, based on Mario Puzo's best-selling novel of the same name. It stars Marlon Brando and Al Pacino as the leaders of a fictional New York crime family. The story, spanning 1945 to 1955, chronicles the family under the patriarch Vito Corleone, Brando, focusing on the transformation of Michael Corleone, Pacino, from reluctant family outsider to ruthless mafia boss.